You don't deserve customers. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I wanted to talk about this message here that I got from my friend Joe. Joe had just recently read my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You also can read it. Now, you can go out and purchase a hardback copy. I'd appreciate it. You go to Amazon.com or anywhere to get that. Or you can download a free copy. I'd appreciate that too. I'd love to hear what you think. Go get a free downloadable copy of 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business at AmazonProofBook.com. Now let's talk about what Joe was saying. So Joe had, his original message said something about, the fact that he enjoyed the book and everything. And we kind of went back and forth and we're joking a little bit about the writing process, I guess you could say. And then we got into a scenario where he said, seriously, this was good stuff. And he said, this is what I wanted to talk about is what he mentioned here. He said, these are the steps that some people need to take in their businesses. It seems to me that some businesses fail because they, owners, employees, salesmen, etc., either lack confidence in themselves or they're lazy and just expect the client to magically appear and come to them without any type of working towards them. And that's a really interesting point, and I think it's very common. It's common among business owners, and it's common around any executives that run a business. Is oftentimes we get into the feeling of, well, we should just automatically get customers, clients, patients, what have you. They should just come to us. It just should be automatic. And it's that whole, and I'm sure you've heard it a million times from Field of Dreams, build it and they will come. And there's more to it than that. And it's a constant, I wouldn't want to say battle. It should be a constant engagement, though. You should be constantly engaging people to bring them your way, to attract them your way, to have them come your way without having to beg, borrow, steal, but to honestly have a pathway that's easy for them to come towards you, and not necessarily too easy, but at the same end, easy in the sense that it's clear what it takes to be able to work with you to get your services or your products. Having that is very, very important. And so often we get into this mindset that I deserve it, that I already have this over here. I'm already offering this great service, this great product. Word of mouth should just automatically bring everyone to me. And in some cases, you'll get a lot of that. And one of the worst situations, and it's something that I dealt with early on in my business, was that I had a lot of people come to me via referral early on. And when you have that, you get into a place of feeling at ease. that it's like, oh, no problem. I'll just keep duplicating. I'll keep making people happy, and then they'll refer people who they know over to me. And it just doesn't usually work that way unless you're fully implementing it and you have a system to be able to develop that over and over and over again. And that shouldn't be the only way that you get people. You can't expect something that came easy to always be easy. I had one specific client who always had a difficult time breaking out of the yellow page mentality. So when he first opened his business, which is now, you're talking 40 years back, when he first opened his business, it's that whole idea of hanging your shingle out there. They used to say, you hang your sign out there and you open the doors, and you got some people who you obviously you're able to bring them in, and then you put an ad in the yellow pages. And from that point on, every time someone needs that item, they call you up. Every time someone needs that service, they call you right up because you're one of the only people in town that do it. And you start getting a reputation for being the best person in town for doing it, especially if you're cursed with having a great product or a great service. That is good in the short run. But the problem is when you have one way that you're marketing yourself, and all of a sudden through technology or any other reason, that way goes away or becomes a lot less effective, which is what happened with the Yellow Pages. They became a lot less effective. So I helped this person to be able to get their business online and be able to do a lot of things online. But so many of the things now require some form of interaction, some form of communication with your potential customer. And the competition has grown and everything else. And you have to expect that no matter what you're in. Even if you're carving out your own niche and you're starting from scratch and there is no competition, that's a great place to be in. But if you're in that spot and you have customers and you have something that people want and they are getting it with what you're offering, even then there's going to be copycats. If it's really good, if it's really profitable, there's going to be other people that come along that try to do something similar, try to undercut what you're doing and say, well, we've got a cheaper version of X, Y, and Z. That's all to be expected. What you have to understand is it's not you. It's not personal. You don't deserve it until you've done the job of bringing in people, bringing in new people via one of the best ways to be able to do it nowadays is via content marketing, which is one of the things that I train people on. But there's a million other ways to be able to bring people in. Content marketing is one of those things, though, that grows and becomes an asset to your business over time. Whether you continue with the business or whether you sell it, you can sell it with a content marketing system. You're going to have something of great value. But you want to have something that's growing in many different directions and then be able to have systems that communicate with your customers to keep them as customers, to have them continue as customers, to bring them back as customers. If you have a one-time fix, they're going to want that fix later on. So that whatever that is, whatever type of service it is, whether you're a regional service or something that can go international. Hopefully that all makes sense to you. It's just a simple idea that I want to thank Joe for the endorsement of my book and thank him for his comments. It brought up some great ideas for us to be able to talk to you about today. If you have any questions or comments about anything we talked about, leave it down below wherever you're watching this or listening to it. You can also go to brianjpombo.com, find the original post, and comment there. You have a great night. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.